Hey everybody, hunter, fisher, trapper, trader, guide, scout, and interpreter, and country cook, Steve Hall here to share a great venison recipe with you today. We're going to make venison steak. You can use backstrap or you can use any steak. In eggs, Ritz crackers, then pure butter. Use a frying pan, electric frying pan, anything will work. We got this heated to about 350 degrees. We're going to put in a complete quarter stick of butter in here. And to keep it from burning so readily, we're going to add a little bit of cooking oil. It kind of tones it down so it doesn't burn right up. Now what we need is we need to make a dredge. While that's heating up, I'm going to move over to the blender here. Take 6 eggs, put them in your blender. That's yolks and whites and everything. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. Now don't use onion salt or garlic salt or it'll get too salty. Make sure it's the powders. And then quite a bit of salt and pepper. And the reason we're kind of over seasoning these eggs is we want this to stick to these steaks. Throw a little bit of pepper in there. In fact, a little bit of quite a bit. I like pepper. All right, and we're going to give this a shot. It's almost kind of like making French toast or something, but we're going to have these eggs with all the seasoning in it. Going to put it in our bowl that we're going to run our steaks through this. This has got a beautiful dredge to it. Okay. All right. And then we're going to roll this in the egg in Ritz crackers. Ritz crackers. Where's my Ritz crackers? My Ritz crackers are right there. Okay. Thank you very, very much for the Ritz crackers. Well, we got the Ritz crackers now. Grind them up kind of fine. And we're going to take these steaks, put them in the egg, in the Ritz crackers, and put them in the butter. Okay, our butter looks ready. What we're going to do now is take our steak, put it in the egg. I give it a little mat, kind of mat it down on both sides. Lay it right in there. Now these are absolutely delicious. What we're going to do with these today, you can use them as a regular meal, as your steaks, but we're going to kind of turn them into some appetizers, and I'll show you how we're going to do that in just a second. Get these all dredged up. Now you can, again, you can only cook 1 batch in this butter and oil, then you got to throw it all out, wipe out your pan, and start over again for your next batch, because it just won't do 2 batches. I've tried it a few times, and it just burns it up too bad. So throw our Ritz crackers on top there, kind of mash it down, almost like a country fried steak. Here is what we're shooting for. Kind of stir the egg around in the bowl to keep the seasoning from sinking to the bottom. They're starting to brown up. I like to get them real brown on one side before I turn them. Now, one thing I was going to tell you is a lot of guys shoot their deer, throw it on the hood of their car, drive around for 2 or 3 hours and show it to their buddies. Then they take it to the processor. It lays outside of the processors at about 50, 60 degrees for an hour or 2 before he drags it in and skins it. Then they feed it to their neighbors, and their neighbors say, "I don't like venison. It's too gamey." You take a beef, shoot it, throw it on the hood of your car and drive around for 3 or 4 hours. It's going to taste just like that. When you're lucky enough to get a venison, field dress your animal immediately and cool that meat down. Get that meat nice and cool in the field, and your neighbors will absolutely love venison. Boy, these are really looking good. Get them, like I said, nice and golden brown on one side before you turn them. For some reason, I don't know why, but when you put it in eggs and then Ritz crackers and then butter, it tastes like the venison is corn-fed or something. It's so sweet and so delicious, it'll turn that backstrap into a piece of meat that'll just melt in your mouth. These are getting golden brown. I should let these brown just a little bit more before I turn them over. This is really, really looking good. Getting these turned over here just a little bit. You just cook these golden brown on both sides. I'd say about 4 minutes a side to get them just nice and medium to medium rare on the inside. Then we're going to move them over here onto some paper towels and let them drain just for a little bit. I'm going to reduce my heat just a little bit here. A couple of these I'm going to take out just a little bit early because I like them medium rare to rare. So these are for me. These are for Uncle Steve here. I'm going to leave the rest of these in here for just a couple more minutes. Then I'm going to take them out and put them on a paper towel. Then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them next. All right, our venison steaks have been resting on this paper towel for about 5-10 minutes. I want to keep them a little bit warm. I'm going to move them over here, and I'm going to cut them up in quarters. Just bite-sized pieces. Get them on the plate here. And we're going to turn these. Now you can serve these like as a meal, like I said, or you can move them over into an appetizer-sized bite for the guys at the hunting camp. I'll tell you what, you get everybody sitting around there not paying any attention. They're busy having a few brewskis and playing cards at the hunting camp. And you go in the kitchen and whip some of this up the night before the opening of hunting season. And everybody will be in their stand the next morning, trust me, trying to fill out their tags so they can have some venison steak in eggs, Ritz crackers, and pure butter. Of course, a little bit of that oil in there. I always tell them pure butter because I love butter. Like my Uncle Bob says, he puts butter on butter. All right. We got some of these cubed up here. What we're going to do next, we're going to take some toothpicks so everybody doesn't double dip and get their hands on somebody else's food. I'm going to stick some toothpicks in there to make it easy to pop them right in your mouth. Sometimes I'll move all my medium rare ones on one plate and the medium ones on another plate, or I'll just let them mix up so some of those guys that don't like medium rare eat medium rare and go, oh, that's delicious, and I can say, see, that was medium rare, you should have had that to begin with. Now we're going to move these little rascals over here on our cheese tray. All right, and there you have it. Venison steak done in Ritz crackers, eggs, and then pure butter. Garnish it with a little of your favorite cheese and put that on the table at the hunting camp this fall. Let me show you one of these little dudes. Look at that. Ritz crackers, light pink in the middle. Melt in your mouth. Is this the best venison steak you'll ever eat? If it ain't, it ought to be. This is Steve Hall saying, see you next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching Cooking with Shotgun Red. If you enjoy our recipes, become a subscriber to our cooking channel, and you'll be the first to know when a new recipe is posted. We'll see you next time, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below.
This is Shotgun Red saying thanks a lot.